Good happy Friday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, we're following some breaking news this evening. Authorities reveal actual identity of killer known as Bob Evans. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Here at McNulty Cadillac, the new 2017 XT5 crossover, lease for $339 a month. Come in now for the made-to-move clearance event and move with your new Cadillac. This is Cadillac. This is McNulty Cadillac.
This is Terry Peter Rasmussen, born in Colorado in 1943. Here in New Hampshire, he was known as Bob Evans. Rasmussen's been identified by the Attorney General's office as the killer of 4 unidentified victims found in Allenstown. The first of 2 barrels containing the bodies of an adult female and a female child discovered in 1985. A second barrel containing 2 unidentified female children was found in May of 2000. Rasmussen is also the suspect in the disappearance and likely murder of Denise Bowden. Bowden was last seen in 1981.
Honestly, I think he is a monster, but I also think that he probably had psychological problems that he needed help with.
Tia is Rasmussen's granddaughter. She asked that we not use her last name or identify where she lives. She says they just found out about their connection to Rasmussen. Her mother is having trouble coping.
And she had a little sister that she never got to meet who was killed by her father.
That little girl was found in the second barrel in 2000. Authorities still have not identified her, but have confirmed through DNA she is the daughter of Rasmussen. And Tia says the family has no idea who that little girl's mother is.
None of us have any clue because she's around 10 years younger than any of my mom and her siblings.
Rasmussen would die in a California prison, convicted in 2003 of murdering his common-law wife. Tia says with the revelation that Rasmussen was her grandfather, the family, and her mother in particular, is ready to move on.
She knows he never loved her and her siblings because if he did, he wouldn't have left.
Tia says one thing she and her mother want to do is visit her sister's grave to make sure it's being properly maintained. In the studio, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We'll keep you updated on this story as we get more information into our newsroom. Mayor on rally, anything gets out of hand, we will shut it down, he says. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
Please, a 1% difference makes all the difference. That's why U.S. Cellular put towers where most others don't. Sadly, they're using a good enough network.
Hello? Left or right?
What's one wrong turn? So get our stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Tonight, you can see the barricades are up. The cameras are too. We just saw Boston's police commissioner as well as other members of law enforcement down here, and we just heard from them over at City Hall on the efforts underway to keep everyone safe. Security cameras installed this morning on the Boston Common Bandstand, the centerpiece for a so-called free speech rally tomorrow.
I want anyone who comes in to know that we'll have eyes and ears all over that place.
Commissioner Evans says his department will police discreetly with many undercover officers. Protesters are not allowed to bring sticks or bags and should expect random searches. With tens of thousands of people expected, city officials say they will not tolerate violence or vandalism.
We're aware that some people might have an agenda to basically try to disrupt, and those are the people we're really going to focus on.
The children of our city are watching. And I want everyone who goes to the Common tomorrow to understand that.
City and state officials say they have a detailed safety and security plan in place, one they started working on immediately following the rally in Charlottesville. The mayor urging Boston to show solidarity against hate and against violence.
We have to make it clear what we stand for in the city of Boston. We have to support those who are targeted, and we have to stand together in unity.
You can expect street closures tomorrow pretty much all day from Tremont Street to Charles Street. And here at the Common, the parking garage, Frog Pond, Swan Boats, all closed tomorrow. The mayor says first time in history they've had to close the Swan Boats on Saturday. Live in Boston, Katie Thompson, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. One person killed in Naples crash. One person is dead after a crash involving a pickup truck and tractor trailer in Naples Friday morning. The two-vehicle crash was reported at 8:40 a.m. on Route 302. Deputies said Thomas Ford, 30 of Casco, was driving a pickup truck that crossed the center line and tractor trailer head-on. Ford's passenger, Brian Bailey, 33 of Naples, died of his injuries. Ford suffered serious injuries in the crash, deputies said. The driver of the tractor trailer, Timothy, 49 of Old Orchard Beach, suffered minor injuries. And now let's take a look at your markets right now and see how they closed for this Friday evening. And in a look at those markets right now, your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red. Your Nasdaq closed in the red. S&P 500 Index closed in the red. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the red. Gold closed in the red. Oil closed in the green. US 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in the green, and VIX closed in the red. Now let's take a look at some business news. Markets rebound Friday on Steve Bannon's exit, but still falls for a second straight week. U.S. equities closed off their session lows on Friday after Steve Bannon, one of the President Donald Trump's top advisors, left the administration. Bannon resigns as White House Chief of Strategist. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Is the last shot? It's the only shot you've got. This is the year to chase an NFL dream.
This is an ABC News special report.
Good afternoon, I'm Tom Yamas with some breaking news out of the White House. A stunning development inside the Oval Office. We've just learned that Stephen Bannon, the chief strategist for President Trump, has resigned. Now, Bannon was a controversial figure from the get-go. He had been with President Trump for a year, first joining him on the campaign as the chief executive. Before that, he was a conservative media provocateur. But many people credit Steve Bannon with shaping President Trump's message of populism, America first, and nationalism. He was no doubt controversial from the moment he entered the campaign, partly because of his work with Breitbart, the far-right conservative news brand that many people have called racist in the past. Steve Bannon himself has also been quoted as saying Breitbart was a platform for the alt-right, a white supremacist movement. Now, this information that we've just received from ABC News.
Okay, and there you go on that video. And also, to add on, Steve Bannon resigned from his post today as White House Chief strategist after being forced out by President Trump and top members of his team. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with more great news. Good night, everyone. Bye.